Hi guys, Tomcat here, and welcome to Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012, which is a very odd game to see on the channel now. Anyways guys, I figured that this was the right way to bring about the topic of discussion that is the fact that we are going to be getting a new Need for Speed game, or Need for Speed games, as confirmed in this press release by EA. Now this was a press release that was revolving around, it was basically a financial press release that had a lot of very boring details in it, but the main thing in it that was not boring was the fact that a new Need for Speed or Need for Speeds, multiple Need for Speed games, have been confirmed to be in the works. Now, that, there's some cops, but that means so many things, right? That means that there's basically that means there's basically a cop right there. That means that basically we could be getting anything at this point. Like, we could be getting any sort of variety of Need for Speed games. I mean, Need for Speed is such a long-lived series that it literally could be anything that you want. Now, what could they be working on? Nobody knows. You know, I don't think there's anybody out there that really has any details aside from what we saw in this press release. But to be honest, I am very excited just because of the fact that we know something is coming. Now, when it comes to the Need for Speed series in general, I think a lot of people consider it, like, I've heard a lot of people say it's a quote-unquote dead series. And I disagree with that. I mean, if you look at the numbers, Need for Speed has, you know, millions of followers across the internet, like, just on their own personal, you know, on their own personal accounts and, like, fan accounts and stuff like that. Millions and millions of people. Hi! That's a traffic car. But no, millions and millions of people out there follow Need for Speed and are fans of the Need for Speed series. The only thing that I think is a bit of a problem for Need for Speed is the fact that they have such a diverse... Now, the fact that they have such a diverse fan base is, I think, both a good and bad thing for them. And when I say both a good and bad thing, I basically mean that in the way that, on one hand, it means that they have a ton of different, you know, bases to draw from in their audience, but at the same time, all these different parts of their audience want different things, right? You have the Pro Street people, you have the Underground people, you have the Top Pursuit people, you have the Most Wanted 05 people, you have the people like me that enjoyed Most Wanted 05 and Most Wanted 2012, you know, which not a lot of people did. And well, okay, I take that back. A lot of people did enjoy Most Wanted 2012, but the people that didn't enjoy Most Wanted 2012 just so happened to be very vocal on the internet. And for some reason, I can't stay on the road, but for some reason, the people that just straight up didn't enjoy Most Wanted 2012, they tend to make it very widely known about how much they didn't like the game. Now, when I say they didn't like the game, I mean they didn't like the game pretty much in the sense of they just straight up, like, thought it was a bad thing that something like a Burnout game carried the Most Wanted, you know, idea, and it was supposed to carry the Most Wanted name forward, which, let's be fair, this game did not carry Most Wanted forward. This game is more like Burnout Paradise with real cars. I mean, that's what this game is. And again, the whole reason why I'm playing it is because I feel like it represents a really, really big part of the history of my channel. And I played this game a ton on my channel. There was a period of time where this was almost all that I played, apart from a little bit of Forza, but there was a period of time where I was playing more of this than I was of Forza, which is which is crazy to think about, because in the grand scheme of things, I play so much Forza. And I'm gonna try and get away because we gotta... Ooh, hello there. I do enjoy this little car. Yes. The A1 Club Sport Quattro, it's really fun. It's just genuinely fun to drive. And that was actually one of the biggest things I enjoyed in this game, was just driving around and finding new cars. You know what I mean? Like, that discoverability of just being able to go around and just drive around and search for new cars. It gave you a reason to search throughout the world for something, and it gave you a reason to search for something useful. Not just search for collectibles, but search for things that you could actually use, like cars, for example. I mean, cars are the driving force of Need for Speed, and making the cars something that you can go around and find really, I think, helped this game just add to that fun factor. And yes, again, it's another, like, Burnout feature. I get that. This game is structured and built like a Burnout game. I understand that. But we got cops. Oh, boy. I don't know if we'll be able to hide out here. I highly doubt it. I don't know if that makes us escape pursuit or not. Oh, no, it does not. You know what? That's okay, though. I just don't know if we have enough speed because we don't have any boost. As there we go. There it is. But yeah, so in regards to the new Need for Speed game that could be coming who knows when, I mean, that's the thing. We don't know anything about it, but that's almost cool, because when you don't know anything about a game, like, that's the time when you can really make your voices heard, you know, because you have no idea what's coming, you know? Like, that's when we can really make our voices heard about this game, because since we have no idea what's coming, it can literally be anything. Like, that's that excitement, you know what I mean? It's that excitement that this game could literally be anything. And I've posted it on Instagram, and I've had people say they want everything from a, oh my god, I love the cops in this game. They are just absolutely bonkers. What do you mean you can't go through there? What? Oh no. No busty, please. No busty, please. I would really appreciate it if I didn't get busted. Like, I'm not in the mood to get busted in the middle of a video. But the other thing that I was really thinking about, that I was curious about, is, you know, when you think about, you know, the recent Need for Speeds, 2015, Payback, you know, all of these games, I feel like it's time for a return to a little bit of a classical form with Need for Speed, because, don't get me wrong, I really like the newer games. I like them a lot, but I think returning to that classical form might be a really good thing for the series. And let me know in the comment section below what you guys think in terms of, you know, if Need for Speed returned to that classic format, you know, that they used to use, or made something, you know, fairly different, like maybe a new version of, I mean, hell, they could do like a new version of the run, and not necessarily like a new version per se, but, like, you know, they could take that concept and make it new, like just playing through a story. And don't get me wrong, I love playing through stories, but at the same time, there are people out there that don't like playing through a story, and I get that, I understand that. Oh, I remember this. This was one of my favorite areas in the whole game. I freaking loved it, dude. Oh my god. So many drifts here. I remember just doing drift laps of this place. Like, it was so much fun. It really, really was so much fun. But yeah, the series could go wherever it wants to go at this point. And that, like I said, I think that the fact that the series can go almost wherever it wants now really shows the fact that Need for Speed has developed to a point, it has literally developed to a point where they have so many options on the table that, like, that they're almost spoiled for choice on where they could go with this overall idea, you know what I mean? So I think returning to a bit of that classical idea, though, would be a really good thing for the series, and personally I would love to see it happen. But since nobody really knows at this point where the series, you know, could go, it's really, I guess, open to discussion at this point, because who knows? Who really, really knows? And we will just have to wait for the details, and trust me, you guys will be getting them as I get them, and there's, I'm sure, going to be lots and lots to talk about for the future of this game going forward. But I honestly cannot wait to see what happens, because it's now been 2 years since we've seen the last Need for Speed game, so it really could go so many different directions that I cannot wait to see what is on the horizon for Need for Speed. And no, that was not me making a Forza Horizon reference. That was just me literally using the sentence "on the horizon." Forza Horizon does not own the sentence "on the horizon." Just letting that be known. Oh, God. Ugh. God, just roaming around in this world brings back memories. It really, really brings back memories. And it brings back fun memories. See, that's the thing. Some games bring back memories of like, yeah, that was fun, but whatever. This brings back memories of like, damn, I miss that. You know what I mean? I miss how fun this game was. And honestly, I love the way you could just drop in and drop out. Like, not necessarily drop in and drop out in the traditional sense of drop in and drop out gameplay, but it's like, you can just jump into this game and have fun, you know? And I think that's something that a lot of the modern Need for Speed games sort of miss out on to a degree, is, you know, that dynamic of, wow, that was horrible. That was genuinely horrible. But no, they miss that dynamic of being able to just jump into the game and have a blast. You know, this game, it can be casual, it can be, but at the same time, it can be competitive. Like, it can be fun, it can be intense, it can be, you know, it could be a really, like, thrilling game. But at the same time, it can also be just, like, super fun, chill, casual, hang out with your friends and have a blast, you know? So I think that is what we really need to go for at this point with Need for Speed. You know, make something that is fun, something that speaks to the history of the game in a lot of ways, because I think something that speaks to the history of the games would be a very, very welcome addition. And honestly, like, customization obviously would need to be there, a strong car list, a strong world, and I think if they nail all of those, then I can personally say that not only am I really excited for a new installment in the Need for Speed series, but I do not believe that the series is dead, not even for a second. I think the Need for Speed series has tons more left to go, and I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below on what you think about this news and what you think is coming in Need for Speed and what you would like to see coming. So if y'all enjoyed this video, make sure you slam that like button. Tell me in the comments below what y'all thought of it. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe for more. I will be back again soon with more Forza, Need for Speed, Spin Tires, Mud Runner, and realistic content. Well, I say realistic content, more like real life content. And if you would like to see any of that, make sure to click that subscribe button. See y'all later.